Hello and welcome to our continuing coverage here from Davos 2026. I'm Shireen Bhan. As we close out our special programming here from the World Economic Forum's annual summit, we continue to double down on one of the predominant themes, and that is artificial intelligence and the role that India can play in that journey. Joining me now is a man who understands both AI and India, the global CTO for Ericsson. Erik, many thanks for joining us here on CNBC TV 18. Appreciate your time. As I pointed out, AI continues to be one of the dominant themes here. CEOs are talking about how they intend to use it, what kind of investments they intend to make. At Ericsson, it's been a few years of using it. Embedded AI is how you've been planning your products and your business. Take me through what the experience has been like, but more importantly, what you see now in the future.
I think it's a good framing, Shireen, that AI is already powering 5G networks today. But I think, back to the discussion here in Davos, it's been very much about the ROI of AI, it's very much about diffusion of AI, and I think those are hugely important because the most advanced companies now, they get the return on the investments, and we're starting to see more AI applications, agentic flows permeating throughout enterprises. But I think the discussion that needs to be connected to that is how do you actually get AI to the end users or getting data from sensors. So advanced connectivity is really what will power the future of AI. And that discussion is just starting right now. So to your point about AI in the network, we are already powering 5G with AI to create better user experience, lower energy consumption, but also to be able to create more services faster. So AI in terms of autonomous networks, autonomous 5G networks, that's actually already deployed in the most advanced networks today.
So, you said that ROI, of course, is the big question, and that continues to be a question mark for many companies at this point in time. But is it working for you? Are you already starting to see returns?
We see that, and I think we've been fortunate to start very early in our own journey. So AI in R&D is already paving off. It's changing the way that we develop systems. Of course, developer experience, DX, is critically important for our many talented engineers, many of them actually in India, as we talked about. But this is really a journey that we started many years ago. And now over the last year or so, we're starting to see significant productivity improvement, which is great. But more importantly, when you change the complete workflow, when you change the way you're working, not just coding, testing, everything, it really changes how fast we can come to market with the latest products. So yes, AI is already having an impact on us. And then of course in finance, in sales, in customer care, you see these kind of use cases really starting to take off.
Around AI, of course, the conversation has now moved towards agentic AI and what that could potentially mean. Many believe that that is a game changer for many sectors. I know you are a firm believer of that as well.
I am, because I think that's when we can start to go from very simple tasks that needs to be automated. That's of course the first step. And when you can start to connect it in workflows, agents talking to each other, creating bigger solutions, that's really where the big change comes. But I think it also has a big impact on the digital infrastructure itself. So Ericsson builds mobile network infrastructure around the world. 50% of the world traffic outside of China passes through networks that we deliver. So of course it matters a lot in terms of where that AI traffic will go. Will it only be downlink traffic from an AI agent down to a device or glasses, AI glasses, or will it perhaps be more in the other direction? You're sending from the sensors, you're sending from the AI glasses up to the cloud. And that changes traffic patterns, it changes how we need to dimension and build networks. So AI has a huge impact on networks, and especially agentic AI, because then you have chattiness between many agents. Think of a workflow that can consist of tens, if not hundreds of different agents talking to each other. So it becomes more like a fabric, a mesh of communication. I call it the intelligent fabric because of course it needs to know about the traffic. Not all traffic is created equal. But that is actually where we're going now with 5G today, standalone 5G, and then of course an upgrade with AI nativeness going forward.
We're talking about 5G, but the move to 6G, and India is at the forefront of attempting that transition. Before I talk to you about India, the move from 5G to 6G and what that's going to mean in an AI era.
Well, today, as I said, we are already building AI into networks, embedded AI, creating better user experience all the way up to customer care and so forth. And that means that AI-powered 5G is really what will be the opportunity for our customers when it comes to the AI transition in society. So you don't need to wait for 6G. And I think here India has a fantastic starting point. One of the absolutely best and biggest networks is rolled out in India. So of course, once you have that better network for AI, you can start to create new services for society, AI-based services, and of course you can create much better networks themselves. So I think the journey towards the future, 6G, it really starts with 5G standalone today, AI-powered 5G to get all these benefits, and then you have a relatively smooth upgrade then to AI native 6G. So it really comes as a stepwise journey.
Well, let's talk about India. And Ericsson has been a long committed believer in the India story and a partner with many telcos who are operating in India, the likes of Bharti Airtel and others. How has the journey been so far for you? But more importantly, as we see the pace of growth accelerate, what will it mean for Ericsson's India plans?
You're right. We've been supporting India for a very long time, more than 100 years, and this is for us the second biggest market in the world. And of course, just being a part of building out 5G with record speed, which happened a few years ago, that was a fantastic journey for us and of course our customers. So it's powering more or less all of India now with 5G. I think it's exciting to also look at how it's growing over the coming 5 years. So we are seeing that in perhaps less than 5 years, there will be 1 billion 5G connections in India. So it's growing very fast, and that would mean that some 79–80% or so will be connected with 5G in the relatively near future. So of course it's a big upgrade of the networks, continues to be an upgrade because you need coverage everywhere, you need better capacity, the better uplink, all the things that I mentioned. So for us it's really important to be working in India, but it's also very much to work in the Indian ecosystem with our customers, as you mentioned, the biggest customers in India and in the world. That gives us a lot of learnings. We can build better products, serve our customers even better, but it also allows us to connect to the booming ecosystem when it comes to new startups. All the way from universities actually, leveraging that better network, creating new AI applications typically, could be smart manufacturing, smart transportation, in retail, but it also moves the value and what we are doing in India up the stack, because as I mentioned, you will need a better network for AI, but you also need to program the network to be able to actually get that better network. So network programmability, network APIs, how to create a software layer on top of the network that all enterprises can enjoy. That is things that we are really pioneering and driving in India. So working very close with the Indian ecosystem is key. Also working with the Indian government. I think that's hugely important, moving towards 6G. I think Bharat 6G and the efforts from the government to pave the way to 6G. We're very much part of that together with our partners and customers. So I think India has set itself up for a very strong journey to 6G by having the best, strongest 5G network today, upgrading with AI to AI-powered 5G, and then to 6G. I think that vision and that plan, I think, is really solid in India.
You know, Bharat 6G, as you talked about, and you said that you are working with the Indian government. What could that mean from a global standpoint as well as India embarks on this new milestone?
In short, I think it means that India will be at the forefront in this transition. I will not, of course, decide any plans for deploying in India, nor the government policies. But what I hear and what we are engaging with is a very forward-leaning government, a very forward-leaning industry that wants to use the latest technologies. Because, of course, it gives a better performance, cost of running it, so TCO is better, but also you can start to address new use cases, new businesses. And I think that's really what the industry needs. The industry doesn't need to hunker down and look at what was good in the last years. The industry needs to look forward and of course embrace AI as the opportunity to grow the business. And there I think India can really take a lead and be at the forefront.
Well, speaking about growing the business, you're going to be in Bangalore visiting your facility there, in a couple of days from now, right after Davos?
Yes, I'm heading down.
How important is India from an R&D perspective, from an innovation perspective for Ericsson?
So we've served India for a very long time, as I mentioned. We have our biggest employee base, more than 24,000 employees in India. So of course, R&D is a big part of that. And working with universities, leading universities, working with our own talent pool and really leveraging everything. And it's software, it's hardware, ASIC development we have in India, and of course it's connected all the way to manufacturing. So I think being part of all the chains in R&D all the way to to production is where we see India has capabilities. Now our own capabilities, as I said, very strong. So we started many years ago some of our most advanced AI work in India. That global AI accelerator has helped the company to move into the AI age faster, I believe, than competition. And then, as I said, R&D goes across hardware, including ASIC development, software, AI development, all the way into how you run and manage network in the most efficient way. Much of that very much out of India.
So what could we expect in 2026? Any significant breakthrough on the AI front that you're working towards?
Yeah, I don't know about breakthroughs because it's happening everywhere. And you were talking about agentic AI, and that is of course
pulling out something cool and exciting.
Yeah, but it's also about physical AI, and it's very much about AI glasses. So I think in 26 we will see many more of these kind of AI glasses, and there are plenty of brands now around the corner. And connecting them to the network and making sure that users can actually use them with good performance, whether they're out and about, whether they're indoor. I think that's going to be a game changer.
So how often do you wear these?
So currently I wear them personally for leisure. I get the navigation services, and that's quite cool. You can get the translation services. You can even use them to do a teleprompted, very natural interview.
I did use them here in Davos. I've been shooting on the promenade wearing them. So yes, I do agree. They open up a whole new window of opportunity.
Why would you go back to stupid and non-intelligent glasses if you anyway have to wear glasses?
Yes,
it doesn't make sense. And of course, wearables, earbuds, all of this. I think it's going to change people's lives. Certainly, it comes with a responsibility, security, trust, having a trusted infrastructure, having a trusted network, also working with security end-to-end, hugely important. But I think we're working through those together as an open society, making sure that it actually is compliant. And I think that's really the game changer.
Well,
and this was with 5G, as you know. So.
Yes, all on 5G. Erik, always a pleasure. Many thanks for joining us on CNBC TV 18. We look forward to seeing you in India. Good luck with your plans in Bangalore. And we hope to hear more from Ericsson about your India deployment as time progresses. But that's the global CTO of Ericsson giving us a quick glimpse of what the future holds for the company.